Hey guys, welcome back to Seller Sessions. Today I bring in Paulina Masson. How you doing?
Hey, Danny, how are you? Nice to be here.
No worries. It's good to see you in Prague last week. I know the audience got to hear a little bit about you, but would you like to give them a further background on yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Paulina. I'm the founder of Shopkeeper, and Shopkeeper is simply an accounting solution for Amazon sellers. So it's a profit dashboard in essence. It gives you some business analytics that you need to, as an Amazon seller, you always need some analytics to decide how your business is doing. And that's what Shopkeeper is doing exactly. So because I am the founder of something to do with the numbers, I know a lot about the numbers, and that's my personal favorite topics. So things like pricing, different fees that Amazon charges you, and ways you can save on those fees and different things. So I am always deeply investigating this topic. And that's exactly what I can talk about today.
Cool. So we're going to be talking about pricing, basically, the psychology of pricing, what we can do, a few different techniques and processes that you want to run us through, yeah?
Right, exactly.
Okay, so let's start with number one. The most common thing to use is coupon codes to offer compelling discounts. Everyone knows about that, but do you want to go into that before we move on to the other strategies as well?
Yeah, somehow everyone knows that the coupons exist, but not every seller is using them, especially not in Europe. I noticed that in Europe, they only started like 3 or 4 months ago. It used to be that the coupons only existed on Amazon North American marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
And they just recently made them available on the European side as well. And there they call them vouchers, actually.
Yeah.
So those vouchers, and most of the time in any kinds of promotions online, whenever you are the first to use something that is new, you get the biggest effect, right? So that's what Gary Vee says, my favorite motivator. He says, whatever is new type of advertising, you should be the first to jump on it because you will get the highest conversion rates, the biggest CTR, and the interest will be still very high. And that's what I suggest jumping on in Europe right now, to do vouchers and enable vouchers just for every single product that you run. That's my recommendation. And
Cool.
of course, there's this green color, when you compare the listings in the search results, green flag will also, always give you
It's a
higher
conversion color. So green works
Right.
like orange works as a conversion color. Yellow can sometimes as well. Brown is trust. So you're using various different colors for that conversion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I just noticed they recently started using green.
Yeah.
It used to be orange. Yeah,
Yes.
now it's green over there. So I think it actually stands out so well, especially that everything is orangey. You get more clicks, that means more conversions. And then this effect happens like a lava launch, you get more clicks, then more rating, then higher rating, then more clicks, so it's like a little mini launch you can almost get by just enabling those coupons.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a good start on a launch. Instead of necessarily dropping your price a lot, you can use an amount discount. If you're selling something for, I don't know, £10, then give them a £2 discount or a $2 discount.
I actually recommend using the dollar amounts more than percentages.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So if you're in the UK, it'd be pounds. In the EU, it'd be euros, and then obviously in the US, it'd be dollar amounts. Yeah.
Just for the ease of comprehension of price. When you're saying, let's say your price is $29.99 and you're going to say 20% off or 10%, 15% off, you are giving the user's mind to have that math. Okay, so what 10% is that much, 5 extra percent that much. And it gives them extra time to convert, and you are losing conversions when this happens.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you're on low prices as well. Like who gives a shit about 5% off just because it's $9.97?
Right.
Who
Right.
gives a shit about 5%? They prefer you to say it's 50 pence or £1 or £1.50. 5%
Exactly.
doesn't sound like a steal, does it? But you can't give away too much at a low price because you still got to make some margin or look to break even. And the second point.
Second point is, I'd like to mention something about financial limitations. Now, you know how most of the sellers, when they're deciding the prices, they're not really sure what price to decide, right? They're looking at maybe competitors at that day, and they're looking just at the snapshot of that day most of the time. That's a mistake, another mistake that the newbies make. They look today, the competitors' prices are those, so just approximately I will be between the two middle here. And they just pick a random price like that. And most of the time, that price decision is limited by their own financial limitation. For example, I personally don't make that much money, right? So, and I sell knife sharpeners. So I think, okay, I personally would never spend more than $27 on a knife sharpener. So I will not charge more than $27.
Yeah.
So I am scared. I feel uncomfortable to charge more than 27 just because that's my personal financial limitation.
Mm-hmm.
But very often, if you just test a little bit higher price than your own personal feel, you will be surprised that the same price could convert sometimes even better. You know, for example, you would charge $35 instead, and suddenly it converts better because it gives the effect as if the item is higher quality, you know, sometimes. My brother is one of those people who are not very, he's a little bit frugal and doesn't like to spend too much. So for him, it's hard to charge prices on Amazon. He's also an Amazon seller, to charge prices that are higher than his comfort level, right? Yeah. And just by accident, it happened that he set the price that was higher. His sale ended and it was just going for the regular price of something like $40. And he says, Paulina, oh my God, these people are like you. They don't care about the price. They just keep buying it. And the conversion rate didn't decrease.
Another strategy for us?
Another strategy is to kind of drive the prices to try to, you know, think about free shipping. Let's talk about free shipping. Mm-hmm. Every marketplace of Amazon has a certain amount that you can have to buy to get free shipping if you do not have Prime membership. Yeah. You know, so for example, in Germany it's 29 euros, in France 25 euros, in US $25, right? So you have to spend that much to get free shipping from Amazon. Mm-hmm. So now if your prices are somewhere a little bit lower than that, so for example, I was selling this one bag and I sell a few purses online. So I was selling this bag that cost was $29.99. So the person who wouldn't have the Prime membership actually would be charged by Amazon for shipping, right, with FBA. So shipping was $5. That means the price $22 plus shipping $5 became $27 that the customer pays in the end, right? Yeah. But then I decided that I should promote that free shipping option and I changed my prices to $25.99. Mm-hmm. So now the customer actually pays $1 less and I get $5 extra in profit just by changing the price. Yeah. So I get $5. That's crazy. Almost doubled my profit on that purse. And the customer is getting a better deal. Plus Amazon is promoting the free shipping all over the place. You know, on your listing is the tag free shipping. And then on the sidebar, there's an option free shipping. And many people just filter by free shipping options. So this can help you really greatly if you just raise your price a little bit to be above those thresholds of free shipping. Yeah. So highly recommended strategy as well.
Sounds good. Talk to me about consumer psychology. So when working out the pennies.
Right. So you know how sometimes we are not sure, you know, there's in every shop you go, you will see 99, like $12.99, $15.99. And what's the deal with those 99s? You know, why do they do that? Yeah. Well, there is not such a deep psychology behind that. But what happened is we became conditioned by it now. Because everybody is doing $99.99, the reason they even started doing 99 is because we as humans only read the first digit. So if it's $29.99 something, we are reading it as 20 something. Yeah. So it's $39.99, you read it as 30 something. So you just read like the first number and average it in your mind. Very quickly, you're skimming the prices by the first digit you're evaluating. That's why they even started doing 99. But what interesting happened, the side effect of that we sort of became brainwashed to this 99 to give a feeling as if you're getting a bargain, a good deal. Yeah. So when you see 99, we are conditioned psychologically to think that it's some kind of bargain, good deal, and probably not the best quality, maybe. Yeah. So now if you suddenly see two products that are exactly the same, and one is $29.99 and the other one is just 28 round number, for example, or give a better example, 30 round number and $29.99. Now suddenly the $30, let's say you're selling like silk sheets. The $30 will have an appeal of, wow, this must be some very luxury product, some very good product, right? It's not a bargain, means it's not cheap quality, something of a higher quality.
Okay, so for clarity there, just to step in,
Right.
what you're saying is that when we're not rounding off the numbers and we're bringing them under, say, £20, so we give them the impression it's cheaper at $19.99. We're also instilling the belief that it may be a subpar product because it's a deal, it's a bargain.
Right. And as a seller, you have two choices. You can position yourself as a bargain product or as a luxury, more expensive product. And the difference is in cents, right? But you will have to decide now which one you want to be. You look at your competitor field and you see if there is plenty of those bargain cheap products, you will want to play as that luxury item. You know, you will add a velvet bag to it. You will ask your manufacturer to maybe add some better metal or whatever, make it a little bit more luxury looking, and then round your prices to play as the luxury. You can take exact same item and downplay that. You can tell your manufacturer, okay, just use the cheaper metal, don't put the bag, and then play with the price. So always you will have to basically choose which one to be. And the 99 game helps you a little bit with that as well.
Cool. Talk to us about dropping prices quickly and then raising them again.
So this is a standard thing, that on Amazon, if you launching a product, I don't recommend launching it in a very, very low price. Maybe you're thinking, I will launch with amazing price like $12.99 instead of $25. And then, if I see good sales, I will increase it. Well, the reality is that you will lose your own buy box, even if you are a private label seller and you are the only person on that buy box, you can still lose it. Yeah. Amazon takes away buy box from you if you raise your price too suddenly. Like today, you launched your product for $12.95. You see, amazing sales. Let me now raise it to $20. You raise to $20 and suddenly you lose the buy box. They are not letting you jump so quickly. They will ask you next day, $1 raise, 2 days later, $1 more higher, $1 more higher.
50 or even smaller increments. But one way of working around that as well is to go with the voucher code, isn't it? Because you're you're applying an amount of a discount. So if let's just say you want to sell at 30, but you're dropping your price to sell the product lower, instead of actually dropping the physical price, you use a voucher code. Even if it's £5, £10 or whatever it may be off, that will then be able to, because it's a short-term promo rather than an actual price change. That's one way of working around that issue.
Great idea, yes.
If you want to get your price down lower,
Yeah, I was going to say just start with sort of like a higher than average, higher than middle price, but you could actually start with your price that you dream about, like 40% margin, which is the standard. And then just give, like Danny says, the bigger coupon. That's an excellent idea, right? Yeah. And there you can play with that.
Sounds good to me. Talk to me about business buyers.
Right. So there are many options. I discovered by accident in my own Amazon Seller Central that you can sign up for this business account. That means that you will enable business buyers to see your listing as a special offer for business buyers. And there are specific promotions and discounts that you can give to the quantity. So you can say, if a business buyer is buying more than 10 units, I will give him that much discount, and so on. So you can incentivize. So, I did it by accident, but you should do it on purpose. So just go and find in your Seller Central that option to enable the business buyers. I think it's going to be called Amazon Business in the services list in your settings. So you just have to click to register there, and from there you will start seeing all kinds of options with quantity discounts in your Seller Central.
Makes sense. And finally, let's talk a bit about split testing.
Right. So remember this, like I said, don't be scared to charge more, and you should split test that. It's not that you're just going to charge more and forget about it. You actually have to very carefully split test your prices. And it's not as easy as putting into a tool like Splitly or all these other tools that do that and just running, 1 week this, 1 week that. This is not enough. First of all, why it's not enough? You have to calculate how many views to your listing you should get to get statistical significance. If you're only getting 10 views, it's not enough to decide, this price is converting, this is not converting. So there are tools online that you can use to calculate the statistical significance for that. And one of the tools that I use is called abtestguide.com. So you simply put in your conversion rate that you wish to have. So that in Amazon is called unit session percentage. You can look it up from your business reports. So for example, for my bags, purses, I currently have about 12% conversion rate on average. And I want 15%, right? I want to raise the conversion rate. And I want to see if that price that I will put will actually raise my conversion rate. So in that tool, A/B Test Guide is just a simple tool there online. I would put in 15% my conversion rate goal. And then I will say unique visitors that a week my listing is getting is about 500. And it will actually tell me that I need to get minimum 1,200 unique visitors for one test variation. So it tells me exact number of views I have to get to that price. So that means that I should run 2 weeks one price and 2 weeks another price in my particular case. So you should always check how many views you're getting a week to know, to arrive at that statistically significant number. There is one thing though, with the testing, there are all kinds of seasons that come into play, right? So if in the middle you have Halloween or something, I recommend completely avoiding that period that may affect seasonally affect your tests. So just 2 weeks, 2 weeks, then wait for Halloween to be over, and then again 2 weeks, 2 weeks, the same price. Then you will get a better feel for that. There's another thing also very important. If suddenly while you're testing a price, you see your conversion rate suddenly drop like minus 12%, if you see it drops to 5%, this is a very bad sign. Don't sit and wait for 2 weeks for Splitly to be done with the test. Stop the test completely because, Amazon in about 4 days will pick up on the signals and your ranking is going to drop. And then it's very, very hard to go back in the rankings, from that. So be careful and keep watching what is happening. If you see bad things are going on, decrease and stop the test early, so don't put yourself in a bad situation. So split testing is not easily achieved. There are other things affecting it, like PPC, for example. Maybe PPC bids are going higher in that week, somebody's overbidding, whatever. So now the whole thing is again, you may make more sales. So again, you either have to turn off PPC or have a tool that you are tracking which sales were organic and which ones were PPC. So yeah, split testing is hard, but it's worth it, totally worth it if you discover that higher price does affect your...
But you must reach the stage of significance to make it work, or otherwise you'll be all over the shop. You really need to get some data in. And what's better with the split testing, the quicker you get the results will be dependent on the velocity of your market. If you're in a really quiet market, it's going to take longer to reach significance as opposed to something that's selling 100 units a day.
Exactly. This is better used on the products that already are established and you just want to optimize them. If you're just starting and launching with a new product, it's not the right time to just run it yet. Yeah. So yeah, basically for new products, just try everything you can on all the standard techniques of launching.
What's the best way to reach you?
So you could either email me at paulina@shopkeeper.com, or I have more strategies and blog articles and my experiences and stories as an Amazon seller, which I have at shopkeeper.com/blog. So you just go there and read my blog. I have like these extra long stories of my experiences, which are fun to read.
Cool.
So you're welcome to check it out.
No worries. Guys, thank you for joining us. Paulina, thank you for joining us. If this is your first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you again in the next few days. Take care.